Good morning, children. Welcome to online learning class. Before we start next, let's recall what we have learned in previous class. We learned about transport. Transport is the way or means by which people and goods are moved from one place to another. Means of transport can be animals, car, buses, coaches, trucks, train, ships, aircraft, etc. Means of transport can be through land transport. Land transport is the transport or movement of people, animals, or goods from one location to another location. The two main forms of land transport can be considered to be rail transport and road transport. Road transport can be classified as transporting either goods and materials or transporting people. Rail transport is the movement of passengers and goods using wheeled vehicles made to run on railway tracks. Now, today we are going to learn about water transport. Water transport is the cheapest means of transport. We have to spend lots of money on the laying of roads and rails, but in water transport, no road or rail is needed. The only thing we need is good waterways and good harbors. We now have ships that can go very fast. They can carry very heavy and bulky goods. The different kinds of vessels used in water transport are rowboats, sailboats, sail ship, and steamships. See, children, water transport is one of the oldest means of transport in India. Prior to advent of rail and road transports, goods and people were moved from one place to another through water transport. Since there is almost very small cost involved in the construction and maintenance of waterways, this transport system is always cheaper. According to one estimate, the construction of each kilometer of railway and road needs an investment of rupees 1 crore, whereas only 0.10 crore is required to develop same length of waterways. Their development is faster and maintenance cost much lower. Water are of two types: inland waterways, seaways or ocean ways. See, inland waterways refers to using inland water bodies like rivers, canals, backwaters, etc. for transporting goods and people from one place to another. India has a long historical tradition of using such waterways. Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus, Yamuna, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Narmada, and Tapti, etc., were the main arteries of country's transport system, giving birth to a number of inland river ports. The decline of river transport began with the construction of the railways during the middle of the 19th century. Marine transportation is an important use of the ocean. Increased demand will placed on US ports and waterways as domestic and international trade continues to expand. This increases in the use of waterways and port facilities must be achieved while still protecting human health and the environment. Now see, air transport. Air transport is the fastest means of transport. Aeroplanes and helicopters are used in this form of transport. Aeroplanes can take us to any part of the world. They are very fast. We can reach even far off places in a few hours. But air travel is very costly. Only rich people can afford it. Different means of transport have brought great change in the world. Men and goods can now be carried from one place to another in very less time. The world does not appear to be big now. No place seems to be too far. The world has become smaller and the trade between nations has expanded. In fact, development has been possible because of means of transport only. See, children, air transport is the most modern means of transport, which is unmatched by its speeds, time, and long distance operation. It is very important for a large country like India. Through it, one can easily reach to remote and inaccessible areas like mountains, forests, deserts, etc. It is very useful during the times of war and natural calamities like floods, earthquake, famines, epidemics, and collapse of law and order. Very costly air transport is considered costlier as compared to other mode of transport. The operating cost of aeroplanes are higher and it involves a great deal of expenditure on the construction of aerodromes and aircraft. Because of this reason, the fare of air transport are high that common people can't afford it. Now, points to remember. First, the ways or means by which people or goods are carried from one place to another are called means of transport. There are three ways of transport: by land, by water, and by air. Carts, bicycles, cars, trains, ships, and aeroplanes are the different means of transport. The present day fast means of transport has brought the world very close. All development of trade has been possible only due to fast means of transport. That's all for today. Thank you, students.